Go Pit Walk. Well, hello and welcome to the 1/5 large-scale touring car world championship, sponsored by IFMAR and of course SAMA. But obviously it's an IFMAR world championship, and this is the IFMAR world championship pit walk with our friends at RS5. This is a manufacturer's bit in the corner, which I didn't even know existed until about a minute and a half ago I walked out here. This is where you can see all the wares of the large-scale manufacturers and see how large the cars are. There's my hand, that's how big the car is. There's a hand. And these are the things which are very expensive. These are the very clever differentials, which is all about, and that does differentially things. Don't know what they are, to be honest. In this corner here should be an interloper. Come out. Mazzeo, an interloper from Nitro Racing. So how come you're here?
So, because in the past when I started to this fantastic hobby, so I started with big scale. I had 9 years old, and my first race was the World Championship. So, and in Ettling, and won Marcel Strauss with the FG. So after 18 years old, I had the opportunity to come back with RS5 that I want to thank for this. And so I'm here.
And how similar is the 1/10 Nitro cars, which of course I think you were here last year with,
yes,
to drive to these cars?
So it's completely different. For this is very, very hard to keep in your mind that not is 110. So you must change the brake point, also how we use the throttle, also how we use the brake. So it's completely different. It's also really important to save the tires, to save the fuel, to save the engine, to save everything. So, but it's really hard. But for lucky, we have a lot of days of training, of practice in this event. So I learn every day something new.
So it's going quite well. I think you're 4th or 5th in qualifying at the moment. I mean, is that what you expected? Are you doing better than you expected, or?
So I haven't completely expected it. So what I can do, I don't know for sure now, but for sure I can improve because I improve every day my pace, my drive style, so my car. So I think that I can do better for sure.
So thank you very much indeed.
Bye, bye.
Thank you. So that's Mazzeo, who is the former 1/10 Nitro European champion and raced here last August when they had the European Championship with the step, young man. There we go. Lots of other cars here, lots of other stuff. There's a genius lady having a wave. There's a lady reading a book. And we're going to meander across to a man well known to all of you, known by the kind of the front part of his name, which is mighty Marcus Feldmann, who is in this deep, dark area of Megatech. Marcus, how are you?
So and so.
So how's it going?
Ups and downs.
Yeah?
Yes, it's super difficult on that track.
Yeah, but before we come to a former world champion to ask you, why is it that everyone's finding it so hard here?
The problem is that the tarmac is so difficult to read, and there is a line, but the line is so small, and even if you hit the line, it's difficult to keep the car on the track. And if you just miss a line by a centimeter, you are done.
They do a bit of sweeping behind you, I noticed. I mean, is that going to help for the next rounds?
No. No, for sure not, because that's not the problem. The problem is just that there's a lot of sand in the asphalt, and that's the problem. You pick up the asphalt, the sand, and you have really you're struggling for a lap.
And that's the weird thing is you've been right now 5 or 6 days. You've not managed to get the sand out of the track.
No, because I think the problem is we have been here 8 weeks ago for testing, and we found that as longer you drive, as the sand comes from the asphalt itself. The asphalt is breaking up, and the sand is there.
So far we have these 10-minute qualifying heats. What are your thoughts looking forward to the longer finals? It looks to me like overtaking could be virtually impossible. You can't go offline.
It will be no fun to run 1 hour. That's for sure, but we are working on it.
I mean, on a serious point though, do you think it's going to be a kind of procession following someone around waiting for a mistake? Because normally you kind of dive up the inside, but there'll be no grip there.
I think at least it's not possible to pass in a race, but it's possible to force the one in front of you to make a mistake.
Thanks, Marcus. That's Marcus Feldmann. Let's see if we can run a bit. Oh, sorry. Who should we go forward? Don't run away, Giovanni. How's it going?
Difficult.
Yeah?
Yeah. The car on the first days was very good, very fast, but for 10 minutes it's very hard to drive.
We kind of think, say it's hard over 10 minutes, is that hard to stay online, or are you having issues with the tyres going off front or rear?
Yeah, it's very hard to get online, especially it's a high-speed track. On the line it's very good, but when you go 1 centimeter out of the line, it's very hard to drive. The rear is so slippery, also no steering at all. So for 10 minutes you need to be very focused to make a good qualification run.
And that's not been going away so far.
No, I still had a few laps with some not so good lap times, so I need just a clean run to enter the top 5, and then it's okay.
We've got 9 attempts, isn't that? It's amazing. 1 out of 9. We came here thinking, oh, it'll be 5 out of 9, 1 out of 9. What do you think about that? You think 1 out of 9 is a good way of doing it?
Yeah, for us it's crazy. No, normally we have 4 or 5 runs maximum. At the moment, for me, it's good because I then had a good run. So, but yeah, then after 9 runs, you really did see who's the fastest. No complaining.
Thanks, Giovanni. Quick question we've been asked. I mean, are you using fully slick tyres or the tyres with a little grip for them?
The first days I were with normal tires, and now I will go over with slick tires because the temperature is getting higher and higher. And also, I think for 30 minutes or 1 hour of racing, we need to use the slick tires for sure. So now I will build my car for the slick tires.
Great stuff. Thank you, Giovanni. Verbrugge there, and there's a lovely Irish just there, I think actually. So, get a chance to have a look at a few cars. Let's see if we can. Where should we go? Should we do some random stuff? We'll go the other half. What do you think we should go for? I'm going to have a quick word. I don't know. Well, the Swedish team were there. Ask some Swedes who have offered us. It's the ice cream. The ice cream man. This is far more important than anything else. Hello, sir. First of all, sir, you're on the pit walk.
Okay.
What is your name, sir?
Raymond.
Are you a racer or a mechanic? Ah, Raymond. I was Oscar, sir. Not Oscar. I'm adding an extra. Which is. So obviously, apart from the fact you've managed to get ice cream, which makes you the best driver in the entire event from now on, how is it going for you?
Yeah, quite good. Found some good pace in the car. We're 17th at the moment.
The established big names are going, oh, it's very difficult, or I can't go half an inch offline. Do you think that makes it, what we're saying, a great leveller, how you all bring to a level because it's so tricky, or do you think it makes it even more likely the top guys will be further ahead?
Yeah, I think it's maybe they get further ahead than the middle guys, but
you are powered by beer and ice cream. Yeah.
So probably top 10 next run.
Absolutely, it's the only way to go. I mean, we'll come back for the ice cream. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. And we now do. But this is the key point. This is the whole thing about large scale. Large scale is very, very different from other forms of RC. For a start, it's much bigger. You can use hammers, but also the vast majority of the guys are here for the crack. They're here for a laugh. They're here for fun, and it's nothing like as intense in many ways. Even though it's a world championship, you'd see, you saw last week and the week before in Slovakia. It's much more of a kind of a general let's have a bit of fun than anything else. So this is the other half of the pit lane. It's divided up. Let's see if we can have a quick chat with one of our English drivers. Let's get Mr. Orman to stand up. Paul, stand up. I don't care. Up you get. I wonder where he got. He went to Burger King. So
Burger King for dinner.
So you're not really sure about the quality of the food then at the track. We've had duck rice. It was really nice.
Oh, okay. No, I'm more of a takeaway guy myself.
First of all, I think the last time you were on any of our cameras, you had a massive arm in the car. So I was breaking your arm marshalling in Cherbourg. So how long were you off work?
Off work, not very long. I work from home for a lot of it, apparently. But no, I had about 6 weeks off work in total.
But you're still going with the large scale, still attempting to run out. Are you marshalling for anyone, or are you not doing any marshalling?
Marshalling for Paul, yeah. But he doesn't crash much, so it's fine.
That's famous last words, isn't it? We have watched you a couple of times, and to don't be wrong, it doesn't seem to be going very well.
No, the best run I've had was round 1. And unfortunately, we're now on 5 or 6 sixes next year. We did find a tweak in the car, so hopefully the next run, do or die.
We've got 3 more after that. It's hardly do or die. 9 runs.
Well, we've got to improve, haven't we? So we're going to do it. It'll be good.
Yeah, but guys, watching it did seem like was it actually chassis? Was it engine? Because your engine was seemed a little bit off as well. The clutch at some point. It didn't seem to be pulling out corners properly.
Yesterday or today?
I think that was yesterday.
Yeah, I had a bit of an engine problem. I had a little end problem yesterday.
Ah, and no one likes having a little end problem,
No,
do
they don't,
Obviously,
no.
a big end problem's far worse.
Definitely. But no, so we've put engine number 2 in, and we did have a tweak on the chassis, so that's all been resolved now as well. So hopefully, touch wood, there's no wood, that'll do. We can go a little bit better. And we've had a few top tips from the guru as well.
Ian's helping out. So they've gone for new rears
Yes.
with the simple grooves, a la F1 of 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. Apparently they're super soft, super sticky, and we've cut a groove in to get rid of a bit of rubbish.
You cut that groove in yourself?
Yes, I did. Look, you can tell how good that is. They're dead. They're in line.
Right.
No chunks.
And that's designed to help sweep away the detritus, is it?
Yes, when I go offline.
Excellent. And I hear you've got this new super additive. It's called
Yes.
BBQ Sauce.
It's by Heinz.
You are literally saucing your tyre.
Yes, lots of sauce.
Thanks, Paul. Paul Orman there from the British team. That is Emily, apparently. I don't know who Emily is. But look at that. That's a fantastic. You've got your tyre warmers on. You've got your wobbly, very, very high-tech building there. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of tyre warmers going on. It's all very. That's quite warm as well. I think tyres are the order of the day because there's no. You fall off, you're going to run out of grip. Get a chance to look at the body shells there. Those are the things which are homologated. So we'll just see if we can grab a word with Team Australia. Hello, Team Australia.
There you go. How are we?
How are you?
Good.
Good. Which of the Team Australia are you, sir?
Team driver,
Which driver?
Russell.
Russell.
Yeah.
Russell, we have a number of questions from your fellow countrymen and many others. First question is, how do you get this kit and the engines and the carburetors and everything else from Australia to here? Apparently it's impossible. Obviously it's not.
It takes some time. Most of the engines and bait that we use come from Italy. The guys do an amazing job, and Paul through Elite RC brings them in. So we're lucky enough and fortunate enough through some good transport. It takes a little bit to get it over across Australia, but it gets there.
And how do you get the engine and carburetors back from Australia to here? Because apparently there's rules about carrying certain stuff on planes.
We abide by them as much as we can, but
Oh, I
a
see.
lot of good wrapping. A lot of good wrapping.
Yes. Have you got any of these items in the bag? No.
Sporting goods.
Exactly.
That's all they are.
So how are you finding this Portuguese track compared to the tracks you run down under?
Going the opposite direction is a little bit tricky for us. We always go clockwise. So, but beautiful layout, beautiful facility. The line is quite narrow. So if you're a car width wide, you push. But it's so far it's been some great racing. Enjoying it. The grip is still coming up, and that line is getting wider. But it's an enjoyable track.
So it's interesting because I race, in club racing, and sometimes we go one way, sometimes we go the other way. You never know which way you're going. Hope for the best. So you're actually finding going anti-clockwise a major thing, are you?
At a track you haven't been at before, it's okay. But if it was a track that we drive all the time, for me personally, it would be a bit tricky. But getting out of your head that you're going down the back straight the wrong way, once you get over that and you're turning left, not right, we're all good.
Actually, I had a friend I used to work with who he found out his anti-clockwise track wouldn't go. A guy called Vince. He says, I'm not doing that. I'm not going that way. It's just not. It's not right. Thank you very much, Russell. I'm going to whiz around to another one of your team members. You, sir, are
Paul.
Paul. So, Paul, how are you finding it? Similar to Russell? Have you cracked it?
No, definitely not. It's tough. It's a narrow line for us old blokes. It's a little bit difficult concentrating.
It does seem that you are, one mistake and you've got 3/4 of a lap where you're sitting there going, I've got no grip. There's nothing I can do.
Exactly. Yes, the tyres just get all the rubber on them and there's no grip whatsoever. And you brake and it just goes straight ahead.
So you got these tyres you've got on now. Will you whip them off and put something new on, or can you clean them up in like a lap or two of where you with the 3 minute warm up?
New tyres definitely better, without a doubt. You go out there the first time with new tyres and you have better grip. You run the tyres again in another heat and there's not as much grip anywhere near it. It's very, very difficult.
But I suppose the good thing is you've got 9 goes to get it right.
9 goes, yes. I suppose, yes, and lots of practice as well beforehand and getting used to going in the other direction, yes.
Well, you've come a long way, so you might as well get some track time, eh?
Yeah, we've come a long way, that's right, yes. About 20 hours travelling time, yes.
And so when you're back at home, so whereabouts in Aussie are you from?
Adelaide.
Adelaide, ever loving Adelaide. Bit of a So tuned there from Guys and Dolls. Anyway, so did you go? It was the Worlds, wasn't it, a few years ago in Australia? Did you go to that
in
one?
2007. Yes, I went to that one. No, I'd only just started racing then. So yes, I've been to I've been to Brest in France, Australia, and Kuala Lumpur. So I've done all those.
KL. That was that must have been interesting. Nothing but humidity.
And concrete jungle, concrete walls at the end of the straight. That was interesting. My car ended up in the car park, so I think that has got about 5,000 hits on YouTube. So.
We need that clip now. Brilliant. That's Paul. Great stuff. Now, there's this Team Japan. I'm not sure whether the Team Japan guys speak English, but these are the Japanese. Do you speak English? Anybody? No English. No. Well, that's one way of getting out of it, but they can say they don't speak English in English, which is always quite good. Any English? English? We have one man who has a little bit of English. Very slowly. You have a very big team from Japan. Yeah. Are you all from the same town in Japan or from all around?
Yes, almost the same town, but little bit different, yeah.
And how much large-scale racing is there in Japan? Are there a lot of you racing in Japan, large-scale cars?
Sorry, I beg pardon?
Are there a lot of large-scale races in Japan? Is it a popular class?
Not popular. No. Yeah, just 40 drivers or something, yeah. And we have 3 tracks, and we have monthly racing. Yeah, so we sometimes 20 or 25 members together and racing. Yeah.
And how are you finding the Portuguese track?
First day, a little bit struggle, but now it's okay. Yeah, track improved.
And are you making lots of changes to your car, or just waiting for the track to get better?
Yes, I'm sorry to answer. It's difficult for me. Yeah.
No, it's great. Right, and this is Team Japan. They're all around, and they're ready to go again. So great stuff in Team Japan. Let's see. Oh, we've got one of the old men of the sport. It's Corp. Well, yes, really. I'm sorry, Cor, but you are one. The devil is old. The devil is old, and you're older, Cor. So you're obviously sporting your son Formula World Champion. So how are you guys? One of the most experienced team within large-scale racing, finding Portugal and the Vila Real track.
We are doing very good at this moment. We had some problems in the beginning in some first runs. We found the problem, and I think it's going well now.
So give us an idea. What does the mechanic actually do? Is it just a case of starting the engine, standing under the roster, and getting ready to run to pick him up?
Most of the mechanics will have to do something on the car, but I'm free of that because Hessel does it himself together with the guys from the RS5 team. So I'm only starting the engine and bring it on the track. And having a beer, you had to have a beer. The Swedes are drinking already. Have you had a beer yet? I cannot drink beer. Sorry. Oh, well, never mind. Spirits? No, I don't drink during daytime. No. Well, that's terrible anyway. No, it's not. It's not terrible. No, it's good. We don't either. We're professionals. We're on air, you know. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that's a kind of a brief rendezvous. Oh, hang on. No, wait a second. I don't. It can't. This is my favourite person in large scale. Oh, big moustache! How are you? I'm fine. It's good to see you, but you're not racing.
No. Formula One.
Formula One. Only Formula One. We haven't got a Formula One world champion. Just a European champion. Just take pictures. But hey, any large scale event, you need big moustache there, and that's the no better way to finish a pit walk than with the best man in large scale. So we'll bring you back to that's the pit walk, and now back to race action. Hello again. Well, that was the pit walk. Hope you enjoyed it, and we are bringing you the rest of the information pretty soon. As we are, I think, now in halfway through heat 2 of Q6, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.